So while I was perusing Facebook, Orchaholics Anonymous to be exact, I did come across my post, which as you can see right here, I posted all about my orchid kennel, and as I scrolled down to read many of the compliments and congratulations of my orchid kennel, I did come across one in particular from Nacella Klein. I hope I did manage to pronounce that correctly. But her comment read, "Love it. Can you please send a photo of how you attach the pots to the mesh walls?" Well, honey, I can do better than just tell you about it. I would much rather show you in a video. So I will make a video just for you, Nacella Klein. Definitely thank you so much for the suggestion. Now, I want to tell you guys, I don't use the common S hooks that you commonly use and see, but instead I make my own. I call it the M hooks, and I do believe it works so much more better than the S hooks. So let's go ahead and show you how to make it and how much better it is. But before I do show you exactly how to make the M hooks, I do want to give a shout out to Orchaholics Anonymous, because indeed it is quite a wonderful group to be a part of. There's so many wonderful members and also orchid buddies that are so willing to help you out with information and also to share with you their experiences as well. So definitely a wonderful orchid world to be a part of, and I definitely like to go on Orchaholics Anonymous quite often, so you'll probably bump into me there as well. And also a special shout out to all of the individuals, and there are many of you guys that engage with me on Orchaholics Anonymous as well. Thank you so much for your positive feedback and your comments. Indeed, I do love to read them, and I am just over the moon thrilled, like they are, to know that you guys also watch my YouTube videos as well. So thank you guys so much, and you guys already know that I do truly love each and every one of you, and I truly do appreciate you as well. And of course, I cannot leave out my Orchid Adventure Familia that is right on my Facebook, because I indeed have met so many wonderful folks along the way, and you guys meet with me right on Facebook, where I share so many of my orchid pictures, also my orchid information, and you also get some information that I don't share anywhere else. So indeed, I thank you guys so much for joining me on Facebook as well, and much love to you guys. Mwah, 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 and all of that. Thank you guys, love you guys, and I appreciate you guys meeting me right here at my Orchid Adventures right on Facebook. And of course, I do have to mention that I did make it to Palmer's Orchids for their spring open house. Indeed, it was an amazing event and found so many fabulous orchid deals. Now, one of the highlights, of course, is that I got to meet so many wonderful orchid buddies, friends, and also viewers of my orchid adventures. So it was quite a pleasure to meet you guys, and especially you, Dave. Had such a wonderful conversation with you all about orchids. It was such a pleasure to meet you, Dave. And also thank you, Mr. Palmer, for capturing this wonderful memory right here that really depicts what it is really all about, which is your passion and your love for orchids, and also the many wonderful friends that you meet along the way of this precious, wonderful, and magnificent orchid adventures. And indeed, I do have to say it was such a pleasure to be amongst all of the wonderful people, and also the excitement of buying and seeing so many amazing orchids. And a special shout out to everyone that I met there. I really did have quite a fabulous time getting to know you and really getting into some pretty amazing conversations with you. And of course, if you did not see your pictures, I am so sorry. Some of the pictures actually did not come out, but know that I really enjoyed and appreciate you as well. And of course, I do not want to leave out my Orchid Adventure family members out there. I do truly love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys should already know just how much I love interacting with you guys, just how much I love sharing information, and it goes both ways. I really appreciate your information that you share with me and also your experiences, and indeed sharing your love and your passion with me. I really do appreciate it, and you guys know I do truly love all of you guys. Truly I do. And oh my actual tripod got knocked down, but I am so relieved that I have my orchid buddy right here, Mr. Friendly Orchid Protector, my lizard that is keeping a watchful eye and protecting the tripod. And will you guys take a look right here? This is where I put my garden gloves, but look at here. There is someone that has made a bed or a comfort zone out of my gloves. And as you can see, there goes Tom. And looking back there, you also see Jerry right there. So together they are Tom and Jerry. And indeed, I'm just taking a moment to appreciate those that really make a difference in my orchid world. And yes, indeed, that goes for my garden buddies as well. And finally, here we are. I am so sorry about that, folks, but I definitely wanted to take time out to really appreciate those that appreciate me and also make such a wonderful contribution to what my Orchid Adventures is all about. But here we are, folks. Let's get on the move with how to make these M hooks. And as you guys can see right here, these are wires that I've already cut into sections right here into my specific measurements, and just depending on how big you want your M hook will determine exactly how big the actual wire cutting will be. Now the actual wires that I'm using is actually coming from your regular orchid hangers, as you can see right here, and I basically cut off the wires or the segments that I needed. As you guys know, I am quite a penny pincher, and any way that I can refurbish, renew, reuse, recycle, I definitely will, because you guys know the more money we save, what does that mean, huh? The more orchids we can buy. And of course, you guys can also buy your wires from your local hardware store, and the gauge that you select will be totally up to you. Just as long as they're flexible and bendable, then you can definitely use them. Okay, and here we have one of our straightened wires, and all we're going to do is find the middle point where we can bend and have the actual ends even out, like that. So now, as you can see, we have a U shape, and we're going to go nearer to the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and bend the two ends again, and of course trying to keep them as even as possible, as you can see. And we're just going to bend them downwards like that, and you're going to see the beginning portion of the hook and also the beginning portion of the M. And now we're going to turn that frown upside down by taking this M, making it a W right there, and coming to the back end, we're also going to begin to bend it down yet again. There you go. Bend this down right there. So now you have this bent as well. So there you go. That's the start. Now you would take these two ends right here, actually insert them into wherever you're going to hang your container, and then you're going to press this down like that to hold it into place, and that will be basically your hook. Now if you do have a longer extension of this actual end part, you can wrap it around as well to secure it tighter onto the container, but in this case I did not make it long enough, but this is also sufficient as well. And there you have it, folks, your fabulous M hook. Now what is the difference with this hook and also other hooks that you may use? Well, I'm telling you, it is quite a difference indeed. And right here is an M hook that is being used on this particular container right here. And I have to tell you, when you have containers such as these that are easy to wiggle and wobble, these really do make quite a tremendous difference in keeping the container in place. And just as a side note, remember when I told you how if you have the actual backside long enough, you can wrap it around the actual container? Well, indeed, that's what I did with this, and look how secure it is. I mean, this is not budging. This is not going anywhere. And this actually becomes part of the container. So if you leave a longer extension, you definitely can do that and make it even more secure. So let's go to my orchid kennel and I'll show you exactly what I mean. And you will find my M hooks all throughout. Here's one of them right there being used on this container right here. And here's a longer M hook that's actually being used on this type of container right here. And yet another M hook that's being used on this very flimsy soda bottle container. Now here's a container that actually is using a fish hook form. And as you can see right here, by a simple nudging, you will definitely see just how it can wiggle and wobble. Now here's an oval shaped container right here, and because of its shape you would think that it would easily become imbalanced, but if we take a look, I mean really, you can nudge it and it's not going anywhere because it's more securely in place. And this big cat layer right here, which you would think because it's so long and lanky, this is very secure as well, even in a terracotta pot, because as you can see, you can hit it around, you can bang it, and it is not going anywhere. And here's a grapevine container that's actually using the M hook as well, and take a look at that. You can see right there, look, it is not flimsy, it is not wiggly, it is not wobbly, but it is safe and secure. Again, thank goodness for those M hooks. And there you have it, folks. That is a complete M hook wrap, and as you can see, it does make quite a substantial difference in the way that you are hanging your pots and your containers. And indeed, it is so very easy to make, so you can do it too if you want less frustration and less stress. And I do thank you guys for allowing me to share my love, my passion, and also my orchids with you. Now I'm hoping that the information that I shared with you today will make your orchid adventure just a little bit more easier, and I hope you did learn something new from this video. I do hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, please be sure to like, share, and also subscribe, and make sure you guys turn on that bell notification so you guys will know exactly when I do post a new video. And with that being said, I truly do love and appreciate each and every one of you guys all, and I will see you guys later, and I'll also grow with you guys later as well. Bye bye for now. Mwah.